All right, guys, I wanted to make this video before it gets too late and everything else, and I just forget about what the fuck I'm gonna say and whatever the case may be. So I just wanted to just talk, just to talk. So so the things I said yesterday and everything else, I just wanted to recap and kind of be a little bit more detailed and everything else on my intention as to what the fuck I was saying and everything else. Even though that everything I said was practically correct, but this is kind of like the sequel, right? So 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 basically this whole life thing, we're pretty much just reflections of ourselves. When you're talking to somebody, when you're fucking interacting with somebody or whatever the case may be, you're interacting with yourself. That's just the way it is. You're always interacting with yourself, no matter what. You could be with your friends, you could be with your family, you can be with your girlfriend, you can be with your boyfriend, you can be with your doctor, you can be with your teacher, you can be with whoever, right? You're always interacting with yourself. You're always interacting with yourself. Like when you're fucking no, like let's just say that like you're having a disagreement or having an argument with somebody or like whatever the case may be, you're the one that always suffers. You're always the one that always suffers. Like it's never quite worth it in order for you to prove a point or in order for you to do or to prove yourself or to freaking explain anything to anybody or whatever the case may be. Because at the end of the day, you're always interacting with yourself. If you try to be defensive and everything else, if you respond emotionally, if you do any of that shit, you're gonna be the one that suffers. You're always the one that suffers. It's never them because there is no them. Like, there's no them. It's always you. You're always interacting with yourself. The conversations that you have with yourself. Um, like what you give yourself is what other people are gonna give you. Like is that freaky deaky type of thing. That's why it's very important. Yeah, I'm grinding up some weed, but it's very important for you to very be conscious of what the fuck, like what the fuck you really let, get into your aura field or or be careful of responding emotionally to things and all that other good jazz and everything. Because at the end of the day, on this journey, because it is a journey, we're all on this individual journey, regardless if you're conscious of it or not. We're on our own separate journeys, and a lot of things can mess it up. A lot of things could mess it up. A lot of things could delay it. A lot of things could fucking get in the way. Everything is a distraction from the silence. And the silence, that's where you get your answers. That's where you get your purpose. That's where you get downloads. That's where you'll get because like I said yesterday, we're all in a video game. Yeah, we all in this video game, or whatever the case may be, and we're like in the Truman Show, basically. Yeah, so it's like it's like everybody is like, imagine everybody that you ever interacted with and everything else is watching you all the fucking time, like some Truman Show shit. Like this, like that's what this world is practically is. You know, you are your own protagonist in your own movie, regardless of how you want to take that. So when you respond, right? When you respond emotionally, when you get mad, when you want to prove your point, you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything when you tell that person off, like yeah, like I finally told him, yeah. You don't do anything. You ain't doing shit. And bro, and like bro, like trust me, because like bro, I'm talking to myself here. Know that. Know I'm talking to myself too. Because that's what we are. So if I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. If I'm talking to myself and you resonate with what I'm talking about, then I'm talking to you. Our resonation, our energy exchange, me being able to talk to you, you're listening to me right now. You think all that shit was just a coincidence? You actually getting what the fuck I'm saying. You're like, oh my god, yeah, like he's saying some deep shit. You really think that all that shit is coincidence? No. All this shit's predetermined. Every single bit of it. It's time for fucking advancement, yeah? It's time for all that shit. It's time for us to boss up. It's time for us to, like, because bro, like, like let them play in the kiddie table, all right? Don't release, let go of everything. Everything. Let it go, bro. Let it go. Because that's the only reason why that you're not moving the way you're supposed to move. Because resentment. You have resentment towards this person, you have resentment towards that person. This person broke your heart, you have resentment towards them, blah blah. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Because it doesn't exist. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go, bro. Let it go. You're fucking lucky that you even made it to this present moment. Real. Hold on. Let me go to my cat. Hold on. You know? Yeah. You're lucky. Lucky that you freaking made it here. You know? Come on, like, like after all the shit, like, like, come on now. Like, anything can happen throughout the day. You could be freaking driving your freaking car and then boom! You know? You could be freaking, like, you can be with the wife and kids and everything else, and then all of a sudden, a gas leak happens, and then boom! Or, fucking, or, like, you could be freaking jogging with your friends and everything else, and then there could be freaking somebody on the run, and then the cops found him, but he's right next to you, then you get hit in the crossfires. You could be freaking sick, and you could be sick and fucking, like, just all of a sudden, like 24 hours later in the hospital and freaking life support. All these things can happen. All these things can happen in a fucking, like, just like that. Time doesn't fucking exist. Just like that. Just like that. Just like my cat said. Come here. You know? You know? There's no freaking self-preservation when it comes to this life thing. Not even a little bit. You really think that you have control whether you fucking are here or not? You don't have no control over anything. You don't have control over the circumstances that happen to you. You don't have control over anything in this life. You have no hand in nothing. You're just looking at it. You're just looking at everything. You're just aware of everything. You're looking at everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that's my friend. Oh, wow, that's my bro. Oh, wow, that's my mom. That's my dad. Oh, wow. Okay. There's my kid. Oh, wow. You know, if you have a significant other, admire that. But, don't think that all this shit, like, you built. You did this shit. No. No. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. And this kind of ties back into the fucking right now is the only time we have, the present moment. There's no yesterday. And I keep on saying this in every single bit, but I have to say this in order to get the whole point across, because a lot of us tend to forget it. Yeah, we have these quiet moments and everything else where it's like, okay, like I get it, like right now it's the only thing we have. Okay, I get it, I understand. But when we get back into the real world, hold on, guys. Yeah, when we get back into the real world and everything else, we forget about a lot of these things. We do, and obviously, and like obviously, it's easy to forget about a lot of these higher things, because we're so fucking mesmerized by what the fuck this video game is feeding us. There's plane crashes going on there. There's fucking politics right here. There's fucking, like a lot of terrible things going on overseas and all this other shit. But the thing is that once you don't put your attention on this shit, because that's all everything's doing is trying to grab your attention, even the stuff in your little microcosm. The stuff in your life, not the stuff that you see on the news. Don't make that shit a part of your life. Don't make the shit that you see on the news and how this gang did this and how all that shit. Don't make it a part of your life. Be present. Look at your fucking life for a second. And even the stuff in your little life, your little bubble, even the stuff in that is going to try to grab your attention. Everything is trying to grab your attention. The moment you emotionally react, you're there. The moment you fucking react, you're there. Some of us can easily get off in that, but you just wasted so much fucking video game energy. So much of it. Because we don't know how to control the most valuable thing that we have. It's not money. It's not the house. It's not the cars. It's not the jewelry and everything else. It's our attention. The moment we put our attention on some bullshit, the moment we put our attention onto low-level shit, instead of putting our attention to ourself, and I mean our higher self, our vision, how we're going to help other human beings, and so on and so forth. Like I said, I'm talking to myself here. The moment we put our attention to some low-level shit, it's over. And like I said, I'm talking to because this past week I've been emotionally reacting to shit. So like this is like a wake-up call. There's one of those things that we really do need to work on, because the world is not going to get easier. You know what I'm saying? The world is definitely not going to get easier. It's going to keep on trying to get your attention in the most traumatic ways possible. you know? But everything's all out of love, you have to look at it as everything's part of your growth, everything's part of, everything's you. Everything's you. If you're seeing chaos on the news and all that other shit, just know that you're in a chaotic state of being. Everything's just you. Everything. Wherever you put your attention on and all that other bullshit, everything's just you. So this is one of those part twos of the whole advancement. And blah, blah, blah.